Robert Clark here with PGT, and I'm often told that disability insurance isn't important or it's too expensive. And so I'm here to show you how you can tell if you're right about that. We're going to think about the 4 assets, actually we'll say 5 assets, that most people usually consider to be their assets. Car, I don't know that that's an asset, but there's usually equity there, so it goes on the balance sheet. We're going to say real estate investments, just in lieu of having some type of retirement portfolio or something like that. We're going to have our income, of course, that's an asset. And then let's just throw our cell phone on here. Okay, so we're going to value which asset on this chart. So let's say you're earning a couple $100,000 a year. Your home is worth $1 million. Say your car $50,000, but you have a spouse, so about $100,000 if you both have $50,000 cars. Real estate investment, you know, let's say you had $1 million to put down, so you have a nice $3 million property. That one is not straight. Income. Now, for this, I'm just guessing, we said a couple $100,000 a year. So let's say you make $200,000 a year. Let's say you're 40 years old. Now, most people usually say like, okay, $200,000 is the value of my income. It's actually not. When you think of your income as an asset, you know, it's only 1 year's worth if you're going to stop working next year. For as long as you keep working, all that money starts to accumulate, right? So let's say that your magic number is to retire at 67. So for 27 years, you're going to earn $200,000, which would be a total of $5.4 million. That's not accounting for any inflation or any raises over time. So let's go ahead and graph that. It's going to be about there. You're going to come back here. And then your cell phone. Your cell phone, what? If you have anything that's within the last 3 years, it's going to be about $1,200. Actually, it doesn't even show up on this graph. I just mean your cell phone as much as your car. So we're just going to thicken this line a little bit. There you go. That's the value of your cell phone compared to everything else. Now, the purpose of this is to see if something like disability insurance is really too expensive. So how much does it cost to protect each of these? This one, you're going to spend about $250 a month in homeowners insurance, so about $3,000 a year. This one, let's say it's $150 a month, so $1,800 a year. Real estate investment, to insure a $3 million worth of property, that's going to cost you about $10,000 a year. Income. Now, the cost of income protection is usually pretty variable, but roughly it's going to be 1 to 2% of your income, depending on how much you buy and what your occupation is. So if we were to just take the midpoint of that, 1.5% of $200,000, we're at $3,000 a year. Cell phone, I can't even write inside this one, but people do buy insurance on their cell phone. You might even have it. It's about $150. Now, it's not a year, it's just a one-time fee. But the reason I'm doing this exercise is because we're actually going to see the cost per thousand based on the insurance policies that you likely already own versus the one that I hear is too expensive. So your house is worth $1 million. If you apply the $3,000 a year, that actually comes out to be $3 cost per thousand. What that means is for every for every thousand of the asset, how many dollars are you paying? Your car, again, 2 cars were worth $100,000. So this actually divided by 1,800. It's not divided by 1,800, sorry. Oh my lordy. What we have here is an $18 CPT. Real estate investment, valued at $3 million, $10,000 a year, that comes out to $3.33 cost per thousand. Your income at $5.4 million, $3,000 a year, comes out to 55 cents cost per thousand. Your cell phone, you're not going to like this one. Your cell phone valued at $1,200 with a $150 insurance fee, and mind you, it only covers it for the next 2 years, is $125 cost per thousand. So, when people tell me that disability insurance costs too much or is too expensive, I help them analyze all the other insurance policies that they're paying for compared to the assets those policies are protecting. Would you still agree that disability insurance is too expensive? I don't know. I'm Robert Clark with PGT. I hope you found that helpful.